You can do it, Chess. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Do you want love or you want fame? Are you in the game? Down the love game. Aha. Well, I'm back for another video, and we're gonna talk about love, but forget, not like, the really cozy, deep, sentimental love. No. We're gonna talk about finding love. What happens when an INFJ, or anyone for that matter, but especially an INFJ, is on the market? They're looking to lock someone down, and they meet somebody, but you want to hear the first issue? INFJ has an amazing imagination, don't they? This INFJ imagination. It's a blessing and a curse all at the same time, isn't it? Well, but first of all, I got excited and I started jumping right into it. But let me just say, we're continuing the game, okay? I have to say that, right? And like and subscribe, okay? Or else I'm out of here. So like and subscribe, okay? So, when an INFJ is on the market and, they're looking to meet people, maybe dating, who knows, something kind of unfortunate can happen. They can fill in the gaps on what a person is actually like, right? You get a few details, and then our, what did I call this facet again? The FBI profiler? Yeah. FBI profiler comes into play. And, we start researching the person and trying to figure out everything we can. But, we can't always find everything, can we? I mean, we're not that good. So what do? We fill in the gaps with our imagination, don't we? Yes, we think about how great this person must be. Because they do this, they must also do this. And because that person thinks they're cool, then for sure they're cool. And, we kind of get wrapped up in a whirlwind of thinking we got this person all figured out. And lo and behold, womp, womp, we didn't. Damn, right? Faz, just when we thought we can trust our intuition and our imagination, no. We get knocked down with it. But here's the thing. Part of the reason of why we fill in these gaps is because we really want to believe so badly in that person that that's also what makes us fill in the gaps, right? But nobody's ever as good as what you create in your mind. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often is the actual person as good as what you imagine them to be? I mean, hey, sometimes. It does happen though, doesn't it? That you'll meet someone and at first you're like, eh. And then slowly, pieces come together and you're like, wait a minute. Is it possible? I just had a visual. If you guys have ever seen that movie Clueless, yeah, I know it's one of those rom-com movies from back in the day. But what was her name again in the movie? I don't remember. But she's like, oh my gosh, I love Josh. It just hits her. Anyways, yeah. So all of a sudden you can be like, oh my gosh, actually this person is even better than my imagination thought. Okay, fine. Once in a blue moon that happens, but we can't count on that, okay? Because really, the perfect person doesn't actually exist, right? But here's the thing. Sometimes the INFJ can think to themselves, you know what? I'm so different. So maybe, just maybe, I'll manage to attract a catch and a half. I'll also be able to catch the one who's different too. Do you know what I mean? Because, water finds its own level. You know what I mean? So you would think that being someone who is, different kind of thinker and different kind of feeler, you would think that naturally we would attract the same kind of thing, right? So that also kind of initiates this imagination of ours because we can kind of just assume that I found my own level, right? But that's not always the case, unfortunately, right? And here's the thing. Okay, by the way, this video was kind of sparked by one of my subscribers' questions, kind of a little bit of a discussion we had. So I know this is a little bit out of what's usual for me to talk about, but you know what? The things I'm going to talk about today, you can't just not benefit from it. I mean, it's all things that we should know. It's good to know. So just roll with it, okay? But let me carry on. A lot of the times, okay, we'll make a person fit our vision because there just aren't as many options out there, right? Like, this is true in general for any personality type, but even more specifically for an INFJ, there's even less people that we even find interesting, right? So we're more likely even to try and make them fit, don't you think? Yeah, but this is the crux of it, okay? The lack of options. Because as I said, there's not many people that actually catch our eye, right? And the thing is, putting too much stock into one person kind of forces you to fill in the gaps, because you kind of wanted to make it work even more, right? You really want to believe that they're amazing even more because when are you going to find another one, right? But here's the thing, okay? If you create more options for yourself, then it forces you to slow down, right? And when you slow down, because you just won't have enough time and energy, to only focus on one person. And when you do that, it forces you to slow down on, creating illusions for yourself, basically. So I'm not saying necessarily that you have to go out and date, all these people all at the same time, but it kind of helps to have more than one person around that you actually find interesting because that way you just don't get caught up in it, and it kind of tends to take on a life of its own. But there are other things you can do. You don't necessarily have to only date lots of people at the same time or even more than one person at the same time because the other interest in your life could just be you, right? Focusing on you. Or even just everything else you do in life, like your hobbies or your passions, right? So you don't necessarily have to become a dateaholic here. But the point is you got to shift the focus from just one person to other things. Diversify. There you go. Diversify your portfolio. But another big thing that comes into play with this is confidence, okay? How to know that you can get someone else if that person doesn't work out. So you don't really have to try to make them fit, right? And also, well, how can you attract these people in the first place? I mean, you kind of have to have the confidence to think that you could, right? So what if you aren't that confident actually, when you really stop to think about it? Because the thing is INFJs, we just feel different, right? We know we're not the average person. Like, we're kind of the odd one out, and we've always had to kind of chameleon ourselves to fit in. Like, come on, the writing's on the wall, okay? We aren't the same as everyone else, 100%. So confidence doesn't come as naturally, I find, with an INFJ. It really does have to be developed, okay? Okay, well, here's a big thing of advice I have for you. Fake it till you make it, okay? And roll up your sleeves, because class is in session, and I'm gonna tell you the hard truth about what's attractive. Yes. This is gonna kind of be putting a spotlight on all the men out there because I'm a woman and I can tell you what's gonna work, okay? Listen, I've always had a couple guy friends here and there. I'm the one that the guy will come and talk to for advice, because I know how guys are. I could just talk to guys. It's easy for me. I know how you guys think. Cut to the chase and I give you the good stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. But honestly, a lot of the things I'm gonna say works for women too. I mean, it goes both ways because ultimately we're all just human beings, right? So, I mean, there are differences, no doubt. But if you're here, ladies, just stick with me because you're probably going to hear things that you should hear too, or in the very least, you can listen to what I have to say and give these guys some encouragement in the comments. Let them know I got it right because I know I'm going to say the right things. I'm just that confident. Okay. Okay. Yes. If you follow what I'm about to tell you, you'll just be fighting all the people off, okay? And you won't have to worry anymore about all this crap. And you'll be so confident that you'll believe that only the real ones even have a chance with you, and all the riffraff will just fall to the wayside like magic. Okay, are you ready to get into this? I'm kind of excited for this because low-key, this is my jam. Like, I can't tell you how many psychology videos I've watched about these kinds of things, and this is just the Coles Notes. That's it. I'm just giving you the TLDR here. Cut to the chase. Okay. Very first thing I'm going to say. Okay, INFJ men out there, you do have an upper hand. Now, hear me out. You guys do tend to run a little more feminine. Okay, yes, you do. You know that. This is no big mystery. Because you're in touch with your emotions. It's as simple as that, okay? And, you're emotionally intelligent and you're aware of how people feel and the whole nines. So, but the thing is that's not a bad thing, okay? Of course, you have to balance it out with the masculine traits, right? But I find that INFJ men naturally come off as more respectful, more understanding, and they can understand women better, which, wow, that's a game changer, okay? If you use it, like recognize it and actually see it for the power that it is. And you're also really good listeners. Yeah, and you actually give a crap to know about somebody and understand them. And trust me, that's not average, okay? A lot of women don't have that experience dating men. So you're already ahead of the game. So just when you thought, oh, I'm too feminine, blah, no, scratch that. Again, balance it out, but you're not getting docked points for that, okay? But the main thing is, ask yourself this question. This is the best question that you should ever ask. This is for men and women, okay? Would you want to date you? Yeah, truth time. Look in the mirror and listen to the conversations that you have with people. Are you interesting? Are you creepy? Do you sound desperate? Are you funny? Would you want to date you? If you were on a date with you, would you be happy to be there? Would you be excited to go home and text your friends and tell them, oh my God, I found the most amazing person I've ever, blah, 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 blah. Would you? There you go. That's going to tell you what you need to know. Because if the answer is, I don't know, or not really, okay, then that's it. Roll up your sleeves. I got you. I'm going to turn you into the person that you would want to date. How's that? Okay, let's do it. And the key is, you want to get so good, okay, that the tables turn. You want to get to the point that you're asking yourself, are they good enough for me? Do I actually want them? Forget this whole, do they like me? Do you think they actually want me? No, scrap it. You want to get to the point that you're so confident and so awesome that you're more concerned with what the hell you want. You don't have to try and make something fit. You don't have to hope that they like you, because there's always going to be someone that likes you, because you're just that great. Wouldn't that be great? Well, I'm going to tell you what will keep you at the top of your game. Okay? What's going to make you noticed? Well, number one, good humor. Do not underestimate the power of humor. Okay? And being witty. Yeah, and INFJs, you have that, I was about to swear, who cares? You have that shit in spades, okay? Absolutely. INFJs can be witty as ever. But here's another thing. Stay up to date. You don't have to be like a teenager and all that, but just be aware of modern times, or ways of thinking, pop culture a little bit, just enough that you can keep up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And a really big one is you got to work on your social skills. I mean, they are skills, and skills need to be worked on. Okay? Here's the thing. As INFJs, I don't think that doesn't come natural. Talking to people, talking to strangers, it just doesn't come natural. But listen to me right now. It didn't come natural for me. I worked on it. Okay? I just one fine day thought to myself, enough is enough. What if I just go out there and give 0 Fs? What if I just throw caution to the wind and take a chance, And I did it. Guys, I'm so proud I did it. This has been years in the making. And you know what I did? I just started talking to people. Screw it. Strangers. I realized, what do I have to lose? I'm never going to see this person again. And even if I do see them again, at least I go down in as a person who had the guts, to talk to somebody. Worst case scenario, right? Now I'm at the point that I can just talk to anyone, anytime, anywhere, complete stranger. It just rolls off of me. It's so easy. It's second nature to me. In the beginning, you got to fake it till you make it. Okay? That's the only way it's going to happen. You just have to. And eventually, you slowly melt into just a person who could socialize really easily. And dare I say, even enjoy it. Yeah, I actually enjoy it. Did you think you would hear an INFJ say that? Exactly. Just practice on it. Just start. Because here's the thing. If you're a guy and you work on this, when you're around a woman, all of a sudden, it's not a big deal for you to talk to her. It's not going to feel like anything special. She's just going to be another person. And you'll be more comfy, right? So your humor will just flow out of you more easily. And all your wittiness and your charm and, the linguist. Yes, linguist facet will just flow out of you so much more easier. And honestly, that is where you shine, right? So you want to reach a place where you can let those amazing parts of you shine. And same thing for women. Work on this. And honestly, I can be around the most handsome, gorgeous guy ever, like a stranger, and I can just talk to him. I'm not going to get nervous. I'm not even going to, partly because I look to see the person who's inside. So I'm still just going to try and be figuring him out anyways and get to know him, actually him, right? But you know how it is. Back in the day, if I was around a really good-looking guy, I'd be like, oh my God, and it kind of chokes you up a bit, right? But now that I have these social skills, I give 0 Fs and I can just talk to him like nothing. And it really gives a different vibe because for once, first of all, the girl's not drooling over him, and I can just be me, you know? And just relax in the moment. And a different chest comes out when I'm relaxed in the moment. I mean, I think that people, even in my comment section, if I had to guess, are kind of surprised about how I just, I don't know, converse with people in my comments. And it really does just come easy to me, and it feels natural. I'm not forcing anything. It just rolls out of me, and that's that, you know? And I think that's in a big part because I've worked on this within myself. So that's huge. Don't sleep on that, because that changes the game, okay? But there's other things, right? This goes for everybody. Just take care of your physical, right? I mean, let's not pretend that this doesn't matter, okay? Because it counts. I don't care what anyone says. It matters. But you know what it really is? It's about your health. Your health is the main thing. You don't have to look like a bodybuilder. You don't have to look like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. But are you healthy? Right? Because it reflects how you value yourself, right? It's a clear indicator of how, if you don't value yourself, why am I going to value you? You know, like, you're showing me how valuable you are by how you take care of yourself. That's just the truth, right? So work on that, because it does make a difference. And of course, there's the hygiene. I mean, that's obvious. You know, do your teeth, right? Clean hairs, do something with it. I don't know, haircut. Take a little bit of extra time in how you dress, because you just don't know. You always want to feel good. This is just it too. Because when you look good, you feel good, right? And when you feel good, you have more confidence. So why not? And another thing is, what about any passions? Do you have any passions? I mean, are you a passionate person at all? Like, is anything happening there? Because if you don't have any passion in your life at all, women just see no passion, you know? And that means that you can't have passion for them. And if a guy can't have passion for me, I don't want him. That's just me, okay? And I'm pretty sure all women feel the same. Like, if you don't think that, you know, I'm amazing and you don't light up when you think about me, then bye. Like, what am I supposed to do with you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of guessing it's the same thing the other way around, right, guys? You let me know in the comments. Do you feel that way? Like, if you meet a woman who isn't passionate about anything at all, if you really think about it, doesn't that kind of signal to you that she's also incapable of being passionate about you? Right? It's like dry toast. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do with that? No? Yeah. And another thing, you got to have some kind of drive, some kind of motivation in life. Like, you don't have to be rich, okay? You really don't. But do you see yourself as successful? Do you see yourself as feeling fulfilled and satisfied with, even if you don't have it right now, but you have the plan for it, you know? You see it in your future, not just because of the money. I mean, money's great, you know, for everybody, right? But it's what comes with that, you know, knowing that you conquered something or knowing that you achieved something, right? Like, even if you're a manager at McDonald's, right? You gotta be the best goddamn manager they've ever had. Do you know what I'm saying? Have some pride in it, right? Yeah. So do you have that in you? Do you have that ambition? If you're a manager at McDonald's, do you think to yourself, one day I'm gonna be working up in corporate in McDonald's, or, you know, I'm gonna rise to CEO, or I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's all metaphors and crap, but I don't know. For me, that means something. And I know that means something for all women. And again, I don't know if it goes both ways because apparently men don't really care about women having careers and all that and, yeah, being ambitious. But there is something to the drive and motivation, regardless, okay? It counts both ways. But you know what other thing that the INFJ man has got to think about? You got to be able to show her that you care about her, which, listen, you guys got that in spades, because again, you got the emotions locked down, right? But you also got to show that you care about yourself too, right? And actually, come to think of it, women, you got to do the same thing with these men. Yes, you care about him. You want the best for him, but you want that for you too, right? Yeah. So you got to also create a life that you love because you care about yourself, right? Because also, when you have a life that you love, it forces you to slow down. Remember, I talked about that earlier, right? Just like when you have options, it forces you to slow down. The same thing here. When you have a life you love, you slow down and you're not going to be so quick to try and make someone fit a role in your life because you have so many other things to focus on. And honestly, it'll almost become like that if you don't find someone to fit, you're going to be okay because turns out your life is freaking amazing and you're enjoying it every day. And if someone's down for the ride, awesome. But if not, the beat goes on and you're going to enjoy yourself anyway. Do you know what I mean? And this will just make you like a magnet. So, I mean, don't only do it to become a magnet, but that's just a natural byproduct of it. And I think you should create a life that you love for the simple joy of having that as it is. And whatever comes with it is gravy. Do you know what I mean? But how do you create a life you love? Okay, so you're going to do a lot of the things I already touched on. You're going to make yourself socialize. I know it sounds like hell right now for you and like nails on a chalkboard, but it will actually create some joy in your life. Trust me, just trust me. I know you can't see it, but I know it. Just do it, okay? It will create some joy in your life. Other than that, find something you're passionate about, okay? Act on it. Sit in that passion, just kind of steep in it and let it kind of envelop you and feel the energy of that, you know? And find some kind of hobby that you really like. It could be anything. I mean, who cares? Walking, I don't know. Yoga, freaking doing puzzles. I do puzzles, people. Did you know that? Yeah, I do puzzles. I'm actually still working on an 1,000-piece Christmas puzzle that I haven't finished. It's my nemesis. But that's a whole nother thing. But yes, I'll sit there and I'll have my tea and I'll work on my puzzle and I'll listen to music and I'll go in the zone. It's amazing. It can be anything. I don't care what the hell you're doing. Painting. Find something you really enjoy doing. And that way you always have an outlet for yourself, you know, to find some kind of joy for yourself. But yes, I know, again, this is kind of out of this typical wheelhouse for me to talk about, but I'm really passionate about this, guys. I really am, because I didn't always love life, okay? I really didn't. But once you make this shift in your mind and you really love your life, things change. I'm telling you, people act different around you because they feel your energy, right? They can feel that you're not attaching requirements to them. You don't need them to fill a role in your life. And they kind of like being there more because of that, you know? And you're also able to be an inspiration for people, because when you can walk the walk, people actually listen when you talk the talk, you know? So there's a lot of times that I'll be in conversation with people and I'll be giving them advice, or I'll just be running my spiels for them. And they actually take it to mean something, because they can see that, I've done it, and I'm proof of what I'm saying. So anyways, yeah. So have fun out there, okay? Have fun. Have fun dating or whatever, or just have fun in your regular life and everything else will come in. Okay, but one last thing. Hold on. I was about to close out. What if you don't believe in yourself? I can't believe this almost escaped me. Thank God it came into my mind. What if you don't think you're that great? What if you don't think that you're that consistent, or you can't build all these things for yourself? Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to start doing little habits. You're not just going to go start running marathons right out of the gate and taking on like 3 different passion projects or hobbies or whatever. No. You're going to take one small thing. Let's just say, for the hell of it, we're going to talk about working out, okay? Let's just say you decide you want to start working out because you want to take care of your health and you want your jeans to fit better, huh? Okay. Don't just go gung-ho and go to the gym 5 days a week. You know damn well what's going to happen. You're going to burn out. It ain't going to work. I mean, don't let me discourage you. Maybe you can pull it off, but generally speaking, right? So what you got to do is start small. You got to build up your trust in yourself. Because right now, chances are you don't actually trust yourself that you're going to go 5 days a week. You know you're going to try, but deep down, you don't trust you're going to be able to pull it off. Because guess what? You never pulled it off in the past, right? Yeah. So you've learned that you can't trust yourself to do that. So you're going to start small. You're going to tell yourself, I'm going to go every, Monday. Okay. Every Monday, I'm going to work out. And you're going to create a habit out of that. And then once that habit is solidified for you, something happens in your brain. You realize that you can trust yourself to follow through on what you told yourself you were going to do. And then it snowballs. Then you trust yourself to add a second day. And then you create that habit there. And then again, you have more trust for yourself. And then what's really awesome is this trust in yourself will spider web out, okay? It won't only stay at the working out area of your life, for example. It'll go into so many other things. All of a sudden, you'll trust yourself more to see people for who they are. You'll trust yourself more to be able to have a conversation with a stranger or to make the right decisions at work. Like, you'll just build up. It's a different kind of confidence, right? When you actually trust yourself, that is a deeper confidence than just feeling like you look good. Do you know what I mean? It's a certain kind of confidence that comes with knowing you wore an awesome outfit or you're looking good. But to have a confidence in yourself, to know that what you say to yourself, you're actually going to follow through with, that hits different. There's literally no substitution for that. That one, you cannot fake until you make it. The other confidence, you can. But the trusting yourself and believing in yourself, even for the things that no one knows about. This is between you and you, because these conversations are running in the background between you and yourself, right? All the time. And once you build that, there's no going back. Freaking game changer. And again, it emanates out of your energy. It starts emanating into everything else in your life. And when you put it all back to your dating life here now again, and you make it about the romantic, you'll trust yourself that if you see that someone isn't what you hope they were, you can see it for what it is and trust yourself to now move right. What does this mean to you? Maybe, you take them out of your life or whatever it is. You stop dating them. Trust yourself that you're going to do right for yourself, right? that you're going to stand by yourself and stick up for yourself. I mean, and that goes for everything. Someone's treating you like shit, you can trust yourself that you're not going to let them do that to you. I mean, it goes for everything. I mean, how many examples am I going to come up with? Do you know what I mean? But I think that that is one of the biggest, one of the biggest things that should be worked on that not many people talk about. And when I started trusting myself, it changed everything for me. And no one could shake my confidence after that. No matter what anyone says to me, it can't shake me because I got my back. And I trust myself to have my own back. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm telling you guys, I'm freaking passionate about this crap. Can you tell? Like, can you hear just the words coming out of me? It's just spilling out. It's so easy for me to talk about this because it's so important. And I want you guys to feel good. And I want you to have that for yourselves. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking. I know. Oh my gosh. I feel like I just said so much so quickly. And I hope I was still articulate in my words. I hope I didn't just mumble it all out. Okay. Well, guys, look what just happened. You see that? Look what just happened. But I knew I could do it. Yeah, I believed in myself. Another one bites the dust. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, take it easy. I love you all. Be good. Have fun out there. Go talk to a stranger today. You got nothing to lose. Okay? Adios, amigos. See you next time. Ciao.